Every empire was built on it. Every war was fought for it. Every civilization that lost it vanished. Before gold, before fiat, before Bitcoin, Terry Wasland, the oldest form of wealth, the first currency, and the most brutal measurement of power. Welcome to Financial Timeline, where money, power, and history collide, and nothing is ever as simple as it looks. Today we talk about digital scarcity like it's a revolution, like Bitcoin was the first time humans turned math into value. But long before blockchain, there was another immutable ledger, carved not in code, but in soil. Land was the original hard asset. Finite, visible, unforgivable. The one thing that couldn't be printed, mined, or cloned. Every system that followed, gold, credit, fiat, crypto, was humanity trying to imitate what land already was. Value backed by reality. Money wasn't created to replace land. Money was created because most people couldn't own it. In ancient Egypt, wealth wasn't measured in coins. It was measured in acres. Floodplains were liquidity. Harvests were pharaohs didn't hoard metal. They hoarded territory. Control the soil. Control life. Rome perfected the idea. Conquered land, distributed to elites, build an empire on rents, farms, and slaves. Land wasn't income, it was citizenship, collateral, and class. And when Rome fell, the currency it left behind wasn't gold, it was feudalism. The king owned the crown. The church owned the land. Everyone else owned nothing. People didn't lack money. They lacked a claim on existence. The medieval ledger wasn't digital. It was written in law, lineage, violence. It was immutable for everyone who didn't matter. And when capitalism rose, it didn't destroy this system. It refinanced it. The Industrial Revolution was built on land mortgages. Banks didn't lend against ideas. They lent against acres. Factories, railroads, government bonds, all backed by land rents. Feudalism didn't disappear. It got a new name. Property rights. The feudal lord became the landlord. The serf became the tenant. Different titles. Same dependency. Every new form of wealth humanity created was just a simulation of land. Gold, condensed, land-mined scarcity. Fiat, land abstracted, promises backed by taxes. Bitcoin. Digital land, finite, mined, owned. We didn't escape the hierarchy. We ported it into code. The early miners became the digital landlords. Early adopters became the nobles of cyberspace. And when they made their profits, they bought real land. Because at the end of every digital illusion, the winners cash out into physical scarcity. This is the part no one likes to admit. In the real world, wealth still means land. Crypto profits flow into condos, stock gains flow into rentals. Billionaires park their trillions in skyscrapers, farmland, and land trusts. The world's real estate is worth $380 trillion, more than all global stocks and bonds combined. Let that sink in. Every financial innovation we've ever built still lives under a ceiling made of dirt. Real estate isn't a market, it's a sorting mechanism. The rich don't buy homes to live in, they buy them to store money. Entire neighborhoods in London, New York, Vancouver, dark windows, empty towers. Not homes, but vaults. Collateral with a skyline. People say we've moved past feudalism. We just automated it. Today, the top 10% own 85% of the world's land value. Mortgages are the backbone of the financial system. Interest rates decide who gets to enter the kingdom. Raised rates. The gates close. Lower rates. The bidding wars begin. It's not economic policy. It's land rationing. Governments enforce scarcity through zoning. Developers inflate it through speculation. Central banks finance it through cheap credit. If land were ever affordable, the hierarchy would collapse, because land isn't where people live. It's where power hides. In developing countries, This is even clearer. Corporations and elites quietly buy millions of acres in Africa, Latin America, Asia for farming, lithium, carbon credits. These aren't real estate deals. They're future resource monopolies. Digital wealth is pretend liquidity. Land is the right to extract reality. Even Bitcoin, the escape, relies on physical servers, electricity, geography. Its independence is an illusion. It's land in disguise. Here's the truth. Humanity refuses to learn. Every digital boom eventually collapses back into physical scarcity. After the South Sea bubble, after 1929, after 2008, after every crash, we run back to the same thing: land. Because you can't live inside a stock, you can't eat Bitcoin, you can't sleep on a bond, but land feeds you, shelters you, protects you. It is the stage every other asset performs on. Currencies inflate, empires fall, technology changes, land stays. Quietly compounding, uninterested in your theories. Every age claims to have invented a better version of land: gold, bonds, fiat, crypto. But none of them replace it. They only orbit it. Even central banks, the height of abstraction, hoard land through government property and mortgage markets, because they know the final truth. All value must settle somewhere real. Land was the first asset, and it will be the last. Because no matter how virtual our world becomes, they're not making any more of it. If this gave you a new perspective, hit subscribe. History has the answers, and Financial Timeline will show you where to look.